Next we have, who needs no introduction to us because a lot of us have gotten to know her. This is Sharrona, and she is our Exhorter Redemptive Gift.
Hello again. I'm one of those kind of people that wants to be close to everybody. Like, I want to touch like everybody. So even though it may be hundreds of you in here, I see one. That's just how I'm designed. And I also love the microphone. And let me tell you, I have become free since I learned about my redemptive gift. Because with the whole thing with the microphone is we want to communicate with people. We want to communicate with a large group of people. So it's okay that I want a pink microphone with a lot of bling bling on it. So let me tell you, when I first learned about the redemptive gifts, I really learned who I was based on the weaknesses. That was really what stood out to me. People pleasing. Oh my gosh, that people pleasing was just, it wasn't good. I was unwilling to confront because I didn't want to be rejected. That's a huge, huge, huge issue because I really needed to please God, but I was too busy trying to please people. So I'm thinking I'm focusing in on God. I wasn't. I was actually focusing in more so on the people. You guys got that? You understand that? I'm just talking about me. It's probably not you. I hope it's not. It's just a terrible way to feel. The other thing was compromise, which is like a cult of comfort. I was willing to compromise. I was just willing to do just a little bit, and doing good, but I was never reaching my best, my finest, because I was willing to compromise. I just wanted to stay in that arena of comfort. Does that make sense to you guys? I just like people to communicate back to me. That's all I want to communicate. But y'all can just say something. And poor time management, oh my gosh, I take on so much because I want to be there for you, and I want to be there for you, and then I want to help you, and I want to help you, and then I wound up not helping myself. That was a big deal. So I will help you reach your goals and your potentials, but I didn't know what God really wanted me to do. And let me tell you something. It wasn't until just a few months ago that I was able to hear what God had planned for me. Like for me, and I started working on me. That was a big deal. So I wanted to go through that first because that is what really touched my spirit when I was going over the redemptive gifts. So now on a lighter note, one of the things about us is did I say that right? Oh, okay. We have the ability to cross every kind of barrier, social, racial, economic. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how you look. I don't care whether you're black, white, Hispanic. It doesn't even matter to me. It doesn't matter. I can just cross every barrier. I can meet you in the airport. I can meet you in the supermarket. It doesn't even matter. We're horizontal in focus, and we're intensely people-oriented. It's all about the people. We want to know about the people. How are you doing? How are you doing today? How are you doing? I like your shoes. I like your ears. Oh, your neck. Oh, look at your neck. That's just how we are. That's just how we're created. And let me tell you, we can sometimes seem superficial because we're so lighthearted. Like, she really doesn't care about my glasses, because I'll look at something. Wow, I love your glasses. And I really mean it. But we can come off superficial because of that. Let me tell everybody this. It's really real. We really are real. It's just the way God has created us to be. Okay, the other one is we enjoy being around people. We're extroverted, outgoing, a party looking for some place to have. Where's the party at? Where's the party? Woo, woo! We always want to be where the party is at. Does that sound like any of you guys? Oh, sound like her right there. Oh, she turned red and everything. Okay. We're master communicators. We are constantly communicating with people. Constantly. I used to communicate to my dolls. They listen to me too. Let me tell you something else about, I'm such a communicator that I fall asleep talking. It's just, I get the best sleep out when I can talk myself. Does that sound like her too? Yeah. We are visionaries. We see the broad picture, the big picture. We're great at networking. If I meet somebody and they tell me, let's say they tell me they're looking for a job and they're a fisherman, I have a Rolodex in my head. And I'm going through it. Who has that? Who can I introduce them to? Constantly want to connect people together. I just did it with my sister and a friend of mine in Syracuse, New York. They live all the way in Syracuse, and I'm like, y'all have got to meet each other. I don't know why. They met each other, and man, their relationship is just blooming. Another thing is, did I say that right? Okay. I talk so much, Anyway, we have the ability to open up our hearts to people and be vulnerable. And that is what causes people to open up to us. We just put ourselves out there. Listen, this is just what it is. What you see a lot of times is truly what you get. So they're going to tell you about how they went through a lot of disappointing seasons, and I went through this and I went through that, and they're not just like bragging. They're doing that. That's something God has given us so you can become comfortable with sharing. It's like we've been there, we've done that, or we know someone else who have been there, done that, and they've gotten over it. Make sense? Can y'all talk to me, please? Just say, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. How am I on time? I didn't even check. What time did I start? No, nobody knows. Okay. The mature exhorter have great influence and inspires people to reach their full potential in God. They become God pleasers. Now it doesn't matter what Mary Jane says. It doesn't matter what Bill says. It doesn't matter what Sarah says. What does God say? And I don't mean that in a negative sense, like somebody's trying to tell you something about you. No, I'm not talking about like that, but I'm not so focused on, whether or not you like me, or I used to do that when I used to speak I'm not going to say where, but when I used to speak a lot, I gave so many accolades to the church that I was in because I wanted them to accept me. I wanted them to accept me so much, so I had to spend 10 minutes on just saying all of this stuff about them. I wanted to be accepted, though, so that's something that we have to really, really look out for. Where was I? Okay, life-giving relationships, earned authority. Now, the carnal exhorter is extremely manipulative. Now, I was extremely manipulative. Ask my husband, he will tell you. I use my tears, I use the stomping, I use the whine. Okay, I still stomp and whine sometimes, but it's from a little bit of a better place. So that's definitely something the carnal exhorter really have to work hard on, not manipulating through your tears or whatever else. Unwilling to embrace pain. Unwilling to embrace pain. Unwilling to address sin in the camp. The battlefield of the exhorter is denial. Denial. That's the battlefield. The legitimacy lie is I am legitimate when people want and need to be around me. Now, the truth is, with being an exhorter, as much as we want to be around people, and that's something that God has given us, we have to have our alone time with Him. We have to spend a lot of time with Him, a lot of time, because one of our birthrights is to know Him and to reveal Him to others. Well, we can't reveal anything about Him if we haven't spent time with Him. So it's really important that we spend time with Him more so than we do with other people. The biblical example of exhorter is Paul and Moses. Those are the biblical examples, and Moses spent a lot of time alone. Oh, the birthright, to know God and reveal him to others. Also, to mobilize large numbers of people to act on his will. The authority of the exhorter is influenced through relationships. Demonic stronghold, I mentioned it earlier, the cult of comfort, shrinking back. The root iniquity is denial. For me, it was a false sense of reality. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish if I had time, but I don't have time today. But one day you'll hear it. That whole false sense of reality. Blessings needed, the blessings that we need, is time to develop in our finest gifts. Time to develop in our finest gifts. Now, one thing that I found interesting about the whole exhorter is that a lot of us, our bodies are our canvases. Like, this is how we express ourselves. I like bling. I used to feel bad because I like bling. I don't feel bad anymore. I found out, I don't want to go into all of that with the redemptive gifts, but the sun, the moon, the stars, listen, I say God has rhinestones on his big toe. One big toe have rhinestones on it. I believe it. You don't have to believe it. I believe it. But we like bling. A lot of us do. Or we like loud colors. I like to wear oranges and greens. And if I can wear it all at one time, I would. I can't. But that's just part of our makeup. We're just big. We're just big. So when we come in the room, we're not trying to show off. We're not trying to do that. It's just the way God created us to be. So I really hope those of you who are exhorters that you are encouraged. See, that's that part of me coming out. You hear that? I hope that you are encouraged today. I really do, because a lot of times people don't understand us and they want to hush us up. They want to quiet us down. They want to tone us down. Won't you wear some beige? Put on a little black. See, even I changed my hair black. It was blonde and then it was red. And I don't know. See?
Share the mic, honey. Share the mic. Give her a hand. She's awesome.